This is John Black, Super Chemist. The fourth and final part of this video about cellulose nitrate ester polymer, more commonly known as gun cotton or nitrocellulose or flash paper. That's what the magicians call it. First thing real quick, because I talked enough in the last video, is I wanted to go over the disclaimer. Do this at your own risk. It's not an instructional video. It's just a blog telling you what I'm doing. It's not telling you the exact way or proper procedures, really. So keep that in mind. Now, in the last video, I started to wash it. I washed it twice, each time with 100 grams of sodium bicarbonate. And that's a little over a mole each. We had 4 moles of sulfuric acid that was just catalyst, and so it's still there, you know what I mean? And we've only put in 2 moles of base compared to 4 moles of sulfuric acid, and we put in extra nitric acid too, an extra mole of that. So that's 5 moles right there. Compared to the 2 in base. So I did it one more time. I lost the footage though, so I can't show it. Did it a third time, but this time instead of 100 grams, I used I think 200 or 300 grams, which would be a little bit over 2 or 3 moles. I let it sit for like 5-6 hours, and then that's where we show up on this video. Oh, no. What it was I let it sit for 8 hours because I was going to go to sleep. I had to go to bed or whatever. So whenever I got up, I started it again, and you'll see in the video that's where it starts off. So the bubbling stopped, and it's been probably 8 hours because I just woke up. Stopped bubbling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the sink, and I'm just going to wash it with some cold water. Alright, so I washed it out for a good 20 minutes. You can see it's kind of shredded though. And I got pieces in here. But anyways, putting it back in here. This time I have 200 grams of baking soda in cold water. It's still bubbling, so it still has some acid on it. So I'm going to let that sit so it stops bubbling at least. I got to put some more water in there to cover it up, put something heavy on it so it's all just submerged in the water. After about 5 or 10 minutes, I checked this out. It stopped bubbling. There's no reaction, but it doesn't mean that it all reacts. I'm still going to leave, since obviously I put over 2 moles of sodium bicarbonate in there. Obviously it didn't use it up that quickly. Okay, there wasn't enough bubbles, so there's a lot still in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this sit for 2 days. I don't know if it matters or not about temperature, but I'm going to keep it nice and cool. I mean, I'm not worried about it being 0 degrees, but I'm going to keep it in cold water. You know, I'm going to store it in a cold place so it'll stay nice and cold. Well, there's my stuff. It's been sitting for 48 hours. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's a 9. I can't really get a good whatever. Wait, where's it? Oh, actually kind of faded now. But it was at a 9. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that might be an 8. Might be an 8 now. 8 or 9. Point is that after 48 hours it would be acidic. Now, I'm not doing this the correct way, so keep that in mind. You should do this for 48 hours 8 times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this with water again in the sink. I'm going to dump this out. I'm going to replace, because this still has some sodium bicarbonate in it. So I'm going to dump it out. I'm going to put just some plain water in here, real cold water. Let it sit some more. I just want you to see what I do here. I did it right after I got off camera last time, but I forgot to do it at first. See how I have a filter, then underneath that filter I have this tin thing, and I have some more filters, right? That way I can clean up the sink, clean up any little pieces that, you know, congregate and fall off, alright? There we go, it's been a couple days. Just basically gonna dump this water out and lay it out to dry. Keep in mind you do not want to let this get close to 40 degrees Celsius. I'm going to keep it at like 10 degrees Celsius or lower while it's drying. I suggest you do the same thing. Keep in mind if you dry it out at you know, the books say 40 degrees C or above. I would not even try to go close to that, or it will spontaneously ignite. If it does, it's going to make a big flame, and if you haven't confined to anything, it might explode. If you have anything near it, it might catch on fire. Well, you can see I got it in the basement, so it's on cement. I got some glass there that I put it on, and I'm just basically drying it out. A lot of it's dry already, although this piece right here is soaking wet. Now this piece here is, remember, when I got done, there was all that water and sulfuric acid, and I just threw that in. It shouldn't really do anything. I'll be surprised if it lights up at all. But I dried it up just to see that most or all the nitronium ions were used up. And it's cool as heck down here because it's winter, and it's in the basement where it's not. I'm not even cool, not even heating the house, let alone the basement. So. Oh, there you go. When this dries up, we'll light it up. You can see it's shredded. This t-shirt, I mean, it's just shredded. Now, did this stuff work? I don't even know yet. But we will see, because I'm going to do a separate video where it'll just be like, you know, a 30-second, 1-minute video. I'm trying to get views from it. I know if I do something like that and I just have a 30-second deal or whatever, a minute, and it's just all flash, you know, I might get a lot more views and get the video out there so I can get more subscribers. So anyways, have a great day, and always remember, science is great.